Hi everyone, welcome to Good Morning Toowoomba with Ben Absey and
I'm Daryl Nicholson, Toowoomba advocate and 4350 TV, more than just a postcode. And today, Toowoomba got on the map again with Michael Burge getting a AM.
Yes.
An AM, that's correct. So tell us, Michael, you're a big advocate for mental health, and
Yes.
I had a bit of a burnout last week, and I took a couple of days away, and I hid from Ben and just locked myself away. But mental health, it's something you've been really interested in since you were 15, I believe, and being an advocate for it.
Yeah, an early age because of mother went one way, father went the other way. Grew up with my grandmother and in a housing commission estate. We struggled to survive, and
Yep.
I remember the volunteers that used to come around every month, the St. Vinny's volunteers, and if it wasn't for them with their food packages every month, we wouldn't have eaten sometimes. And I'll never forget how they made us feel, how good that was, and what they did for us. And I always said I'd love to do that one day and help other people.
Right.
So then I joined the military at 21, and I've seen a lot of people suffering from anxiety, depression and post-traumatic stress disorder in the military getting treated fairly poorly, and me being one of them when I was suffering, which wasn't all the time. And so I decided to help them. So I volunteered from about 1995 to 2002, my last 7 years in the military, just for Veteran Affairs and the RSL, helping people with mental health issues in the military.
Right. Okay.
There were about 400, I think, I counted up, because I kept track of it all. And then I said, this is what I want to do when I get out of the military after my 20 years.
Yep.
And so I was just lucky on 20 years and 20 days. The mental health advocacy role here in Toowoomba come up. I applied for it and got it.
Okay.
And I've been doing it ever since.
Excellent. Well done. Mate, coming back to last week, tell us the thoughts you had when I went a bit quiet.
well, I mean it's one of those things because we're good friends. I noticed, and I too. Everyone's got issues, and it'd be remiss to say that no one had issues, but I was able to recognise that and reached out and just asked you how you were. So it was that taking that sort of the outcome of Are You OK Day and extending it not just on one day of the year, but just to anyone that you notice that might be feeling a bit seeming like they're a bit off, which you were. So
Yep. And Michael, you mentioned PTSD, which post-traumatic stress disorder. My dad had that from Vietnam days in Borneo. Have you had that yourself? Have you been diagnosed with that? Yeah.
Yes. And to break down a myth, it's not just about being in the military.
Yeah.
You can have PTSD from witnessing a car accident, been through any horrific trauma, child abuse. I went to I was a part of a Catholic convent for 7 years with nuns and priests. I'll leave that there.
Yep.
You can have it from just about. I watched my brother get dragged along the road when he got hit by a car. House burnt down. You can get it from just about any traumatic experience. So it's not just exclusive to the military.
The military, yeah. And Ben, what sort of thoughts have you got? Is there anything you want to ask Michael from your own personal experience?
I guess for me, I sought help. So that was with my anxiety, my stress that I deal with. I talk to someone. I think it's really important. There's nothing wrong with seeking help and asking for help. I think as Australians we like to bottle things up and suppress them, and for so long there was this stigma that you couldn't ask for help. You'd be shunned. You should be ashamed if you asked for help. And I guess that's. Have you seen that in your days in mental health of changing that stigma out of the tough Aussie sort of?
Yeah. I mean, it was awful in the military. They say it's got better, but it's still there. You weren't game to fess up because you mightn't get a promotion course, you mightn't get a good posting overseas, you mightn't get a deployment overseas to a warlike service. It could have affected you in a lot of ways, and people would treat you differently. So you just suffered in silence. And I suppose the one thing I could say to anyone is don't suffer in silence, because a lot of people don't realise while you're suffering in silence, your immune system is working hard to battle and fight that internal mental health issues that you've got, and it makes you more susceptible for all the other diseases under the sun.
Yeah.
You're actually shortening your lifespan.
You sit on a few different committees. You do a lot of work with Ben Felton, who's the blind motorcyclist. He broke a land speed record across the desert. When I interviewed you at Carnival time on the stage there for Carnival of Flowers, you were heading overseas. You did a trip overseas.
Yeah, I went to Buenos Aires last November
Yep.
for the World Congress. I'm lucky enough to be selected to be on the World Federation of Mental Health
Okay.
to represent the consumer voice, and got appointed in 2017 in Delhi, India, and then Houston in 2018, then Buenos Aires last year, and,
Oh wow.
and next year we're off to London
Hopefully.
for our yes, if COVID doesn't bugger that up, for our 75th anniversary.
Okay. Yep.
And that's where the World Federation started.
Yep.
So, and I made a suggestion, but it would have come out anyway, that we invite Prince William since it's in London, and,
Yep.
and that's looking pretty good.
Oh good.
And that's where it started. That's where we'll have our 75th. And a lot of people don't know that the World Federation of Mental Health, we actually created World Mental Health Day.
Okay.
We've done a lot of things.
Yep.
We're on the web. You can have a look at us on the web.
Righto. Excellent. Well, anything
I
else
know-
you want to throw there?
Well, I know talking about the military.
Yep.
I know, with the discussions that I've had with those that I've been helping with my stress and anxiety, they now offer a non-liability health card. So white card. So anyone that's served more than 24 hours. So even if that's basic training, you can apply for
All right.
that, and that gives you access to free mental health
Okay.
through a psychologist. So that's I guess a step in the right direction with the military.
Yeah, and a lot of people still don't want to, ex-military still don't want to seek help. Like, we meet every Friday, ex-military and ex-veterans, and we're meeting in Queen's Park at the moment because we can't meet in a cafe
Yep.
anymore. And a lot of them still won't seek help, and it's really tough.
Yeah, yeah.
All you can do is try your best to encourage them to seek help, and tell them the benefits of seeking help and the cons of not seeking help. And actually, we call it peer support. When you have someone else that's lived through a mental health issue, talking to someone else that's got one,
Yep.
and saying, I've been there, if I can recover and have a good quality of life, then so can you.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you instill hope in them to go and get some help.
Outstanding. Great stuff. Well, there you go, Toowoomba, another AM for our region, and very, very happy to see this news. And what you go down, the governor gives you an official medal, and there's a big presentation later on.
Yeah, well, 6 years ago at the OAM, Governor de Jersey, if I say his name right,
Yep, that's all right.
presented that to us at Government House in Brisbane. So we'll get a letter soon saying anywhere between the next 6 and 10 weeks to come down, and whoever the Governor General is then, if it's still him, we all get paraded up one at a time and
Yep.
presented the medal. Yeah,
Great
it's
stuff.
a pretty special occasion.
Excellent. We'll keep an eye out for that one. The media will be down there. No doubt the Brisbane media will be following that.
Yes, I think there was someone from Toowoomba there last time.
Oh, good. Excellent. Right, well, there you go, guys. So, look, just reach out, fellas, and just talk to a mate, or well, there is professional help out there. I want to thank you for coming on the show today, mate. Really do appreciate it, Michael, and doing some great work for our community, and thumbs up.
Thanks
Really
for
do
having me,
appreciate it.
Daryl.
Oh,
And good
no.
luck with Toowoomba 4350.
Thank you. Well, I'm Daryl Nicholson, Toowoomba 4350 TV with Michael Burge, and Toowoomba 4350 TV is more than just a postcode.
Thank you for joining us, and it's not a shame to seek help. Good morning, Toowoomba. I'm Ben Apsey.